Welcome, everyone. It's Carol Ann again, back for Lead Like a Goddess, part 2 of my 5-part training on the Goddess Way to Six Figures methodology. So today we are talking about alignment, aligned marketing and messaging. First of all, why am I doing this? Because I love sharing this information. It is really what I'm most aligned with. And we just wrapped up first quarter, right? Or we're wrapping up first quarter. And so as we enter into second quarter, I thought it would be a great time to share about the Goddess Way to Six Figures Mastermind, because I've added in some juicy bonuses, and now is the time to get extra support if Q1 did not really pan out the way you expected it to. I just want to mention that we are in challenging times, but they're going to get better. Okay, so generally we go into this void, which lasts about 3 years, and maybe you've had your own void, right? I have, but there's always a way to there's always a way out, and it gets better. So we go into the void so we can expand. So just think about that, okay? That's what I want to leave you with for now, but let's get into the training. Today I'm going to talk about aligned marketing and messaging, but first of all, we need to define what is alignment, right? And then I'm going to share my way of making sure that my clients stay aligned. And then I am going to talk about the languaging and words that we use and how they can attract or repel your clients. So what is alignment? I do have my notes here so I don't forget anything, but alignment is something that you know it when you feel it, right? When we say we're aligned with our business, we really, most of us, I serve spiritual entrepreneurs, coaches, service-based experts, and we kind of know when we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, right? We can feel it in our heart, in our soul. Our soul is calling us to do something more important, more beneficial to serve society oftentimes. So this is about really living your purpose. And I always say that you are living your purpose now, but we all have a higher purpose. And I feel that I'm always, moving toward my highest purpose, but you have to really be aware of, or even want to live in your purpose. Like Jack Canfield says that, we all know what our purpose is, but only so many people are brave enough to really live it. Think about that. Are you living in your purpose? And if you are, then you're probably aligned with your soul. But if you're not, you're probably feeling that something is just not right. When we talk about alignment, the first thing is that, yes, it does start with you. And I hear oftentimes when people want to create a course or that sort of thing, and I see this a lot in marketing out in the online world. What topic should I choose? Well, my people know their topic, because if you're here listening to this, you probably really have a good idea of what your purpose is. So you're probably in alignment. So how do you stay aligned, and how do you align your marketing and copy so it feels right for you and so it attracts the clients that you are meant to attract? So yes, alignment starts with us, it starts with who you are, but then it extends out to the clients that you want to attract. It then extends out to how you serve those clients, your business model, the marketing strategies you use, the words you use, where you show up. It's all about you and what feels right for you. Yes, we do have to do certain things to grow our business, and we do have to step out of our comfort zone. But bottom line is, if you want to just do your marketing via email, that's right for you, it's probably going to work. If you want to be on video, you might want to be on YouTube, and that will work for you. So bottom line is, when you're choosing your way of marketing, you want to think about what grabs your attention. What do you like? Because mostly what we like is a reflection of what we're going to do, right? What we're going to put out into the world. We talked about irresistible offers yesterday, and I talked about the 10 ingredients. And if you want, you can go back, and if you miss it, you can go back and look at the recording. I will include the link in the email with today's recording as well. But once you get aligned, and once you choose that marketing method that aligns with you, then it just makes life a lot easier. I'll just tell you my story really quickly, because story is part of your marketing, and it's part of aligned marketing because it's about you, right? So my story was that I launched my online program. It was around branding. And then I had a series of events. My dad died, and, I just really started to question, am I doing what I'm here to do? And if you've ever read the book, The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks, you know that you can be in your zone of competence or in your zone of excellence. But if you're not serving from your zone of genius, then you're not going to feel fulfilled. And I take that one step further and call it your zone of purpose, which is beyond your zone of genius, right? Because we all max out at every level. And our purpose work is our heart's work. So that's always expanding. Basically, I just sat there for quite a while and really questioned. I kept going through the motions. It didn't feel right. I was in frustration for a long, long time. And the funniest thing started to happen to me, and that is that women started reaching out to me to help them find their purpose, not for branding work. That's how I knew it was time for me to change. And so I just want you to be aware of those signs too, because a lot of times we go into business and we think we're here to do one thing, and then it shifts to another. And that's because we shift out of alignment, and we're being called to play a bigger game. And that's where my tagline came from: unleash your inner goddess to play full out and fully expressed. So really think, are you aligned with what you're doing right now? Are you aligned with the marketing that you're doing, with the words that you say? Because that's a whole other issue. And are you following somebody else's blueprint or path or strategy? Now, that's what we're all here for, right? To teach our systems, to teach our path, our method of doing things. But I really take it to the point where, I want you to do what it feels right for you. If you're doing something against the grain, then you're probably not going to get great results. Another big thing that I see is funnels. And I mentioned funnels yesterday. I don't talk a lot about funnels, but funnels they can be pretty basic, and they can be very, very complicated. But I see oftentimes where clients or prospects or just people in general who want to get into the online world will hide behind their funnel. And they think that their funnel is going to do the work for them. And, they set up a few sales pages, a lead magnet, and put it out there. And then nobody pays any attention, right? Nobody engages. And that's very, very common. So you really can't hide behind your funnel. Funnels do work in the right circumstances, but they might not be right for you. So I'm going to share the tool that I use to help my clients stay aligned. Now, a lot of times they're not even aware of this. They're not that interested. It's just something that I started doing years ago. I found my human design, and when I learned that, it just gave me permission to be who I am, to do what I felt I was here to do. Of course, we always wonder, well, am I doing the right thing? Who am I to be doing this? But when you look at your human design chart, it's all there. And when you think you should be doing something, and then it's in your human design chart, well, that's confirmation that you are on the right track. So I don't want to talk too much about human design because I noticed that there's the camp that is so into human design that they base everything on their human design. And then there's the other camp that might be aware of it, but really doesn't understand it and really doesn't pay too much attention to it. Now, I feel the same way about astrology. If somebody said to me, if I were considering hiring a coach and she said, well, I'm going to read your chart and figure out what strategy is best for you, I would not hire that person because I do not like astrology. And I mean, I love my horoscope. I love listening to my horoscope. And, I think it's fun, but I don't put that much credence into it like I know a lot of people do. However, human design is a totally different system. It's numeric, it's the blueprint of your energetic. So for me, I understand it and I can read the charts of my clients and I can tell them, you should be using this language, or this is who you should be working with. And yes, you're a born healer. I mean, I've had a couple people whose charts I read and they were pure channels. And, becoming a channel is something that's always, how do I say it? That you're never quite sure that it's really right for you or if you're really enough, if you're doing it right. But when it's in your human design chart, I'm a channel, by the way, but I don't go around saying I'm a channel. I just know that I get a lot of downloads of information and the right things to say to clients as well. But I'm talking like real channels, like people who could really just create a business about being a channel or healing. So I see a lot of that. So human design is very, very revealing. And again, when I work with a client, I always run their chart, whether they're interested or not, it doesn't even matter. I just use it for my own purposes to make sure that they're staying in alignment with who they are. I have one client who was doing sales, right? She was a sales coach. She's got sales all over her chart. That's who she is. Now, she's fallen out of alignment with the sales work and she's doing something that's even bigger, but it all comes down to the same thing. She's helping people move through their breakthroughs, but a lot of that, when she works with entrepreneurs, has to do with sales. And so that's a lot of her focus. But the other part of that is that she's here to teach people about emotional frequency, regulating their nervous system, that sort of thing, right? So that really is her higher purpose, and that's what she's moving into. So that's just an example, right? She's got the sales thing, but she's fallen out of alignment with that, and she's moving into her higher purpose, but the sales thing is never going to go away. I know that. She might not know it. So anyway, that's one way that I really can tell if somebody's aligned in their business. And I also want to say that human design goes beyond the basics. So we all start somewhere with your type, strategy, authority. That is a place to start if you want to look up your human design, but there's a lot more to it that really goes into aligning with your energy and who you are. The third thing I wanted to talk about is your languaging and the words that you use. Yesterday, I talked about your high-end offer. When you have a high-end offer, you have to talk about it a little bit differently, use a little bit different language, and speak to your higher level clients. It's really kind of moving you out of alignment and more into alignment with moving out of alignment with who you are and the words you might be used to saying, and moving more into alignment with the clients that you want to attract. I hope this makes sense. I'll give you an example. So if you have a course or a program where you're, selling it to a lot of people, it really is speaking to the masses. It's okay to use general words if you want to attract a lot of people into your group program or that sort of thing. Maybe if you're attracting people who are just starting a business, you would use certain words that they would relate to. When you go to high ends, those clients are at a different level. They've already been through the coursework. They've already been through the basic stuff. Now you're talking to them about your highest transformational work. They understand that. And so you have to use language that's wrapped around that. My soul's purpose is to help women get their gifts out into the world and to make an impact, right? Doing what they're here to do with who they're here to serve. And so really, I can't get around using the word gifts. I mean, I work with spiritual entrepreneurs, very, very gifted women who have been through experiences, who know why they're here, and they're making a business out of it. They're using their gifts. But that is not a word that higher end clients really resonate with because, they've already gotten their gifts out into the world. So I have to be very careful to not overuse that word. Now, if I don't use it at all, I'm kind of falling out of alignment with my entire mission, right? But I also have to think that they are at a higher level where they are using their gifts, but they want to make a bigger impact. So that's what I focus on a little bit more. And the other thing, because I'm creating a new program called Next Level Client Alignment, which is about you doing your deepest soul work with your next level clients. So it's a 2-week immersive. So I'm speaking to my clients who are really ready for that because it's something that I see in the industry. I mean, when you've been an entrepreneur for a while and you have clients for a long time, you see them grow and you see them growing out of the programs that they've been offering for years. And again, it happened to me. I talked a little bit about it before. That's who this program is for. Now, I'm not going to be talking to everybody about it. I'm talking to a specific type of entrepreneur who is ready for this. And it's not going to be everybody. So I have to be very, very careful with the language I use. So one of the words that I try to stay away from is package your gifts, because they've already packaged their gifts. They've packaged their brilliance, right? They now want to shift their messaging or up-level their messaging to speak to their higher level clients. So I've got to find those words that are going to communicate that. So it really is an art and a science. So when you talk about alignment in your marketing, number one, align with who you are, align with your purpose, align with the clients that you're here to support, because it's not going to be everybody. In human design, we call it our fractal. Very complicated, but you will attract a certain type of client. I was listening to one mentor and she was talking about opportunity clients and ideal clients. So your ideal clients are here. They're perfect for you. You love working with them. They love you. They're a joy. But the opportunity clients, you might love them too, and you're going to learn something, but they really are here to teach you something. And we all go through that. It's contrast, right? It's all information that we have to gather to know what we're here to do, what we love to do and what we really don't want to spend too much time on. Let me just put it that way. That's how you align with your clients. And then you want to find that, and I want to talk about this tomorrow. So I'm being really careful that I don't go there today. But you want to find, create content that's aligned with who you are, plus the clients that you want to attract at any level, depending on what your offer is. And then you want to get out into the platform that you're aligned with that feels good. Whether it's video, I love email, but email's shifting a little bit too. And I'm going to be talking about that tomorrow. So I don't want to go there too much either. But find the platform, find the strategy that really resonates with you. Don't hide behind your funnel, because the funnel is not the answer to everything. And then be really, really careful and pay attention to the languaging that you use, because depending on who you're trying to attract, like I said, you could be repelling instead of really resonating with the people that you're trying to attract. I hope this was helpful. I'll be back tomorrow with part 3, which is grow and engage your community. And that's really a pretty huge pillar. So I hope to see you there.